If we had to talk about mods that would help the format before Worlds, these would most likely be who I add. I think the main idea is always Gastrodon. If we look at how it is into the format, it is incredible, nonetheless. It beats Garchomp, doesn't like Sinisha, but it can play against. Basculate only is allowed to click, last respects. Whimsicott, doesn't like it because it only runs Moonblast as an attack. 4.6% of the time it's Energy Ball, but yeah, that's not happening. Gambit, Gastro beats. Instant Gastro beats. It beats both the Raichus, with only taking about 40% from Focus Blast. Sneasel beats. Arctic Gastro kinda just walls. And I could continue further, but Gastrodon, would help the meta so much. It, especially going, if it was in the world's rule set, which we don't, which is just gonna be MB again, but, well, it's not to talk about. Next idea, Amoonguss. This mod would be a great wall, especially um, forcing Swampert out of the format, basically. What does, wouldn't it even be good with Sinistra around? They have some very distinct differences, where the Sinistra is better with, Mega Raptor, yes, due to it being able to, quick string sap into it, but here's the thing, Amoonguss has always been consistent, also having Clear Smog, even though Spore has been nerfed in Champions, it's still annoying. Who wants to take, a rest and a sleep turn? Mungus will always be that Pokemon. If we look at its limitless history, it's still, limitless VGC, tournaments. Just show me Among Us. Among Us has over 1 million winnings, which is the second highest behind Incineroar, because it's Incineroar. Among Us is incredible. It will always be a defensive behemoth. There is nothing that it has done over time that really changes it. Its identity, even with better mons coming and going over time, like Ogerpon, it will always be the defense. The knight in shining sports, that's Tippin. Okay, let me move on to an actual new mon, Mega Galysopod. This one would absolutely help. Being able to tank a Moonblast from, Floette. And even Raichus. If we look at Zap, Zap doesn't allow it to first just one hit KOs in with no investment. If we go 252, yeah, it just dies. But if we look at Floette, Mega, 252 Modest, Moon. It's tanking this insanely well. And I think you get Iron Head. I'm just not 100% sure, but we're just gonna do Liquid. Liquid is dealing 40%, which is more than Fluid's dealing with Modest. If we go Element, it's just a clean 2-hit most of the time. Go Isopod is great. We'd also give it Leech Life and probably something else. Like Drill Run to deal with Gambit. Maybe a completely different fighting move. I can't check its moves, but I might be able to if I go not Dex. Not Dex. Go Lysopod. Knockoff, maybe. Liquidation, Razor Shell. Could be good. CC. Drill Run, maybe. I don't know. But I think this mount would be great. It would probably hit Senesha. If we're running Knock, it 1-hit KOs Basque. It doesn't like these three, but afterwards, it's taking Hurricanes, which we have no real resist against. It can probably beat Metagross 1v1. Knockoff. Metagross Mega. Knockoff is dealing about 40 to 50% to what am I looking at? Doing 50 to just max HP, so that's pretty good for its case. Oh wait, that's no stone. Garchomite. Nope, not the Galen berry. Not how it works. Give me the Mega Stone. Metagross okay, 35. That I'll believe more. 35 to 40% to max HP. If it isn't, it's taking a 2-shot. And if we look at the EVs, yeah, the 4.8%. Okay. It might 1-shot for egg. Ooh, that might be good. For Regraph, it almost 1-shots. Ooh. Leech KOs, right? Ooh, that's pretty close. But moving on. Dongiri. I think this could come back due to the fact we have the strongest special attackers in the game, being both Fluent and Zard. Zard wouldn't really like it in the game. And then if we look at Charizard Y, Solar Beam does KO without Tatsugiri, but if we make it +2, it might lose the 1v1. Wave Crash, it loses. And Dozos don't really run attack that much, but at +2, It just clean takes it without max HP. It also tanks Floette, which, may have dropped in usage, as we've seen, but it's still 252, modest. Moon, it's taking 50%. Taking less than 50%, and it's just getting OHKO'd right on back. It would be pretty fine, if, in my eyes. Little stupid, but yeah. And then, if I can pick one paradox, it's Iron Hands, and it really would help. Beating Rain to a pulp, that would mean they would have to run Metagross over Arc more often, but that is a fine win. Because Metagross isn't good because of Rain, it's just a good mon. It actually could beat Staraptor 1v1. Iron Hand, Catchy's Hand, sure, whatever the fuck that means. Staraptor, Mega. 252. Brave. That is doing 30% to Brian Hands, and then it's taking a Supercell Slam, which might KO if it hits. If we go Thunder Punch, it's still taking 70%. I think Iron Hands out of every paradox is the most balanced one to add. And well, it's fine into most mons here. Bascu it doesn't like, but otherwise, I think it would thrive here. It might be a little strong if we add in booster energy, but I think purely alone, perfectly fine.